Okay guys, some more basic maintenance. This is going to be on the Camaro today. So I'm going to do just a basic oil change. A few simple things we'll need. We've got our oil. I'm using Valvoline VR1. This is really good for older engines. I also have an oil catch pan, our oil filter wrench, and a funnel and a rag. So those are the basic things. We're going to get the car lifted up on this side so I can crawl underneath, and we'll do the next step from there. So I'm going to get the jack and a jack stand, and then we'll get it. All right, so we're lifting it up. You can see I just have it lifted on the frame. And the whole reason we're doing this is so I can get to the drain plug and to make it so that we can fit the pan underneath it. You can kind of reach it without lifting it up, but you can't get the pan underneath the oil pan to catch it. So we're moving this up just so we can have some space to get in there. All right, let's see how that is. We're just trying to get it so I can fit the jack stand under it. Let's get it a little higher. A little bit more. Jack stand almost fits. One more. Okay, all the way under. We'll lower it back down. Grab the jack stand. Then we're going to put pressure back on it. All right, so I'm under the car. All we have to do is drop this plug, take the plug out. Notice my oil pan is underneath it, and we'll let it drain. Other thing is the filter, which is right up here, and that'll happen next. So let's set the phone down, see if I can get that loose. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna let that drain for a little bit. As that's draining, I'm gonna take the oil breather cap off, and we'll also pull the dipstick so it drains a little bit faster. So we're gonna go up here, gonna pull the dipstick. There's some oil on it. Okay, and then on this one, just gonna pull this cap on the valve cover. And that's where we're gonna put our oil in. So we're gonna let that all drain out real well. When it stops draining, we'll do the next thing. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is while this is draining, I'm gonna remove the oil filter. So we're using the oil filter wrench. Tighten this up, and as you can see, it's pretty loose already. I just popped it off right like that. This will also drain a little bit of oil, so I'm gonna do that over the pan. Just unscrew it right from the block. See, it's dripping down on me already. Okay, here we go. All right, so while that's draining, we're gonna get our next oil, or our new oil filter ready to go. To do that, we're gonna put some oil in it. We're gonna fill it about halfway up, and then we're gonna fill like just right into here, and then we're gonna coat this seal with a little bit of oil just so it sticks when we thread it in. So we set this down, I'll set that here. I've been told that you do this because on startup, when you first start it, you got to make sure there's oil everywhere. And this is a good way to make sure that happens. So I just poured a little bit in here, and then I'm going to take whatever oil's on the lip and just kind of put this along the seal. You want to make sure the seal is nice and wet. And then when we put this on, we're just going to thread it on by hand. Just hand tight. A little bit more in there. Okay. Okay, some good fresh oil. Yeah, and that's just gonna go on the filter. Right around the lip like that. For reference, the filter is about half full of oil. So I didn't want it to be open whenever we first started. So we're gonna go crawl back under now. We'll thread this in right how we took off the old one. All right, so we're back under the car. You can see it's still dripping a little bit out of the pan. The filter is installed, nice blue one up here. Talk about the plug for a minute. So this drain plug, you'll notice it has a washer on top of it, and it's also magnetic. So if there's any metal flakes or anything, that would have been on here. Now this one was clean when we pulled it out, so it is good to go. To put this back in, we're just going to use an 11/16, or no, sorry, 3/4 inch box wrench. So I'm just gonna let that stop dripping, and then when it's done, and there's very few, we'll put the plug back in, we'll put some oil in it. So I'm just kind of waiting right now, waiting for that to finish emptying. All right, so it's back in. Just kind of snug this up. You don't want to get super tight with it. So it should be, like in my opinion, I've put it in how it was before, so it's pretty easy to break through. There's that washer that goes on here that's like kind of like a crush washer. So like you don't want to do too much damage, so we don't over tighten. So just kind of nice and snug. From there, we're going to lower it back down. We'll add some new oil and we'll start it up. All right, so we've got to get this out. So I'm going to go up first. This should raise it up a little bit. And I can take the jack stand out. I'm going to slowly just lower this down. Okay. We'll pull it out. I actually put a piece of wood under it just because it's an asphalt driveway. Alrighty. So that's gonna take us up top. And I'm gonna put my funnel in the middle of the valve cover, or in the little hole. Leave the dipstick out for this part. You should see there's nothing on it right now. We're gonna add some oil until it's full. I'm not gonna over add it, so we'll do a little bit at a time. We'll check it a few times throughout. But I ended up using Valvoline VR1 20W50, and it's for high zinc. So again, this engine is a hydraulic flat tappet cam, and the high zinc is needed. So I'm gonna pour a little bit in, we'll check it periodically, and then when it's full, we'll start. So we've added some oil, checked this multiple times so I can show you. We pull our dipstick, it's now up on full. It's hard to see here, it's at full. But this thing takes like 8 quarts of oil. It's crazy. Not what I expected, but you gotta run it until it's full. So it must be, obviously it's a high capacity oil pan. So we'll do a startup next and you can kind of hear it. So we're gonna run it for a little bit and then we're gonna check the oil again just to make sure that it's still full after it circulates. So it definitely sounds pretty good. We'll go back now. Pressure, it's above 60. Engine is warming up slightly. So all good signs. We're gonna check the oil one more time, top it off if needed, but other than that, I think we're just about good to go.